being able to provoke you, manipulate your emotions, keep you in a loop of reaction and guilt. You see, the arrogant person believes they can control reality through dominance. But reality is not something you can dominate. It's something you have to align with. The truth doesn't bend the ego, it exposes it. And eventually, life itself confronts arrogance with consequences. I've seen this happen countless times in the clinical setting. The narcissist who built their identity on manipulation eventually finds themselves isolated, misunderstood, and deeply bitter. They can't understand why everyone turned against them. But it's not betrayal. It's the natural collapse of a false hierarchy. And when you stay grounded, when you refuse to participate in their illusion, you become the mirror they can't distort. That's a powerful place to stand. It requires strength, humility, and awareness. It means you've matured past the need for external validation. You realize that peace is far more valuable than winning arguments. That truth doesn't require defense. It reveals itself in time. Let me tell you something. People underestimate the power of quiet dignity. They think strength always looks loud, assertive, confrontational dominance. But real strength is silent. It's the ability to sit across from arrogance, watch it try to provoke you, and simply not move. That kind of control terrifies the narcissist because it reminds them of what they lack. Genuine self-mastery. It's like watching a storm rage around a mountain. The storm screams, twists, and tears at everything in sight, but the mountain doesn't move. It doesn't retaliate. It simply stands. And when the wind dies down, the mountain remains. That's what your silence does. It doesn't submit to chaos. It endures it. It exposes the storm for what it really is, noise without direction. So when the narcissist mocks your calmness, accuses you of being cold, or tries to bait you into reaction, remember this. They're not seeing you. They're seeing the reflection of their own fear. Their arrogance blinds them to your strength. They don't understand that silence is emptiness. It's power contained. And the moment they realize they can't control that power, they can't. Because for the first time, they're forced to confront something they've spent their whole life running from. The truth that their arrogance is a master insecurity. That control was always in the way. And that the person they underestimated, the one who stayed calm, silent, and self-respecting, was the one who saw the board the whole time. So don't mistake your silence for deceit. Don't let their blindness convince you to doubt your clarity. The narcissist's arrogance may have blinded them, but your silence, that deliberate, self-aware stillness, will always be the light that exposes them. You know, one of the most fascinating things about human beings is our ability to recognize patterns. It's what separates intelligence from impulse. See narcissists play games, social, emotional, psychological games. They thrive on chaos, on your confusion, on that moment where you can't quite tell what's real and what's not.
The viral Paleo Valley meat sticks are on sale right now for up to 20%. These are the most delicious meat sticks on the market. There are tons of flavors and they're naturally fermented, so they're nice and juicy and you get none of them. This is off. What is going on? Curvature of the earth has shifted.
This guy is the best.
Balance. You need balance.
I am Ray.
Please bear with me. If you are not bearing, then, well, what is wrong with you? Because, you know, I am Ray, and if you're watching this, it means you're going to rule the world. Congratulations. Just today, we're going to go over some secret knowledge. You like knowledge? You see, there's a reason that there's been secret societies since the beginning of time. Keeping knowledge from the public. And now, I have ruined all of their plans. Because this information has not been available to normal human beings like us, ever. I mean, maybe like thousands of years. Have you been getting into a rock? Not the rock wing, but a rock. Look, I don't judge you. We all like Samoans, once in a while. You like on the wall? What do you want? You see, there's two kinds of spiritual seekers, right? Let's split them up into two categories. Over here, let's call it the low spiritual planet and the high spiritual planet. So over here is stuff like the esoteric. You know, like the secret teachings of the world. What is his name? Manny P. Hall. You know, stuff like the manifestation. What else is there? You know, tarot cards, astrology, all that jazz. All the things that are kind of spiritually different and esoteric that don't, you know, really set you free. It's kind of just fun stuff to play with. Over here is the freedom side. Enlightenment. What is enlightenment? It's awakening to your God nature. Now, did you know that you were God? Probably not. It's okay if you don't believe it. But just so you know, there's a whole, you know, at least like 1 million people on the earth who are on this path, who know what it's all about, and who have actually completed the path and are free, and who constantly abide in the presence of God. Hello? So I was just thinking about, I was listening to a talk by Sarva Priyananda Swami, who is a Hindu monk. And he's an Advaita Vedanta monk, which is enlightenment. Okay? He was saying, I forget what story it was, I wish I could remember this, but he was saying like two people were discussing out loud the teachings of Advaita Vedanta, like the Ashtaraka Gita, which is like the highest of the high. And when these monks were talking out loud, the senior monk came and said, stop talking about this stuff out loud, there's people walking by. And the point was that when you speak about those teachings, for people who are very religious or very attached to their beliefs, it's not the best thing for them to know that stuff, because it will dissolve their illusion.
Well, give me something that you believe in. Hold it in your arms. Nothing to say. Tell everybody you can tell it. Tell everybody.
Hello. Amila. I never try to fall in love. I never try to stay so long. Circles dreams got the most to me. What do you think about me when I'm gone? I used to think that I was wrong, or in life like all I call. Just a thought away, 23 times space. Come back to me when you're in your human place. Everything happens. You told me one time ago. Now I'm telling you. Seems like you needed to know. I could